We're back. Go to Ustream TV, Ace Broadcasting Channel, and check it out. We're streaming live. David Allen Grier, Dag, my main man, in studio.
What's cracking?
Dag's got himself some live shows coming up at, one's in Bellevue, Washington, coming up at Parlor Live. I've been there.
Have you?
February 10th through the 12th. No. Also, 18th through the 20th at Stardome Comedy Club in Birmingham, Alabama. And what you can do is you can go to David Allen Grier. You can Twitter him. You can check his website out, David Allen Grier. Tweet.net. Dag, last time I saw him, I wasn't there. He was with my nanny, saw him.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me paint the picture, Adam. I was there with my beloved daughter,
mm-hmm.
and a little boy walked by. I go, oh, hey, that's Adam's son. But wait a minute. Your son's demeanor was like, hey. You know my dad.
Well, I told him not to trust black people.
Wait, he's looking around, and I'm like, excuse me? He goes, she told me you know my dad.
Oh, really?
I was like,
my
what?
nanny told me.
And I was like, hi, Daddy.
Yeah. She thought you were one of the Waynes.
No. So then your daughter comes over, and so she's the same too. It's like, I gotta go play, but she said you know my dad. I just wandered away.
Then,
I was there with my child, having one-on-one playtime while your nanny was walking your children.
It's always nice because between the culture difference and the language barrier, it has to be. It's like charades. Hey, I see your friend. Yes. Who? Hey, your friend. I see him at the park. He's the black one. Wesley said, no. He said,
Wesley's nice friend. Have you visited him in person, by the way?
A couple times.
Okay, great
my ex-gay assistant wrote a letter to little Kim while Kim was in prison while I was in the bathroom when I didn't know that, and Kim has not contacted me since, but it must have been weird for her. But it's a smart it's a smart move. Like, find out what celebrities are currently in the joint, right?
Yes.
Correspond with them. Right. And by the way, not only that, but just on like a whim, like Bernie Madoff and people like that.
No,
you know what I mean?
Just
Wesley. Kiss up to anybody who's in the joint and then 18 months when they're out, they're like, you know what? Man, the only one who stood by me was my well, I didn't know him before, but anyway, Alan Carolla. And it's like,
Dear Plaxico.
Dear Plaxico. Yeah, that's the point is, these guys get out and they go, man, you find out who your true friends are when you're in the joint.
Right,
and
your pen pal.
You just reach Charlie Sheen or whoever's like in, just reach out to those guys. And then when they get out, they feel this weird allegiance to you, right?
I say cut the crap. Just focus on the sports guys. Because there may be a Michael Vick in there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's turned his career. You want to befriend people that you think are going to get their career back in gear.
I would be in Hawaii right now if my assistant had reached out to Vic instead of little Kim.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The Pro Bowl was horrible. It was hideous.
It was horrible, but I'd still be.
Hold on, just for a minute. Excuse me. Hi, Teresa. How are you?
That'd be Allison Rosen, by the way.
Excuse me.
Taking Teresa's, filling her big pumps. Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Who are you?
I'm Allison. But you're not the first person to walk in here and call me Teresa.
That's weird that you would cast someone exactly that looks a lot like her. Don't you think that's weird?
It's weird.
I don't see the resemblance.
It's sort of...
Well, you're not.
It's sort of like when John Derek went from Linda Evans to Bo Derek. It was like, wow, he just actually swapped a younger model in. It was like... It was like if you drive a Buick all the time, and or like your Oldsmobile Cutlass, and every 5 years you just trade it in on another Cutlass. It's just a newer model. If you
or my mom, she'd go Crown Vic, then she'd do
Crown Royal.
No, not Crown Royal.
No, Crown Vic.
It was Crown Vic,
LTD,
and then like a Broham or something that looked exactly the same. It was exactly the same. So
well, that's
different.
Well, if you take there are weird dudes who date the same chicks over and over again, and if you look at a young Linda Evans, she looks like a young Bo Derek. Now, let's talk about you and your family and your dad and all that stuff anyway, because we have Black Rage right here in front of us. By the way,
that was from I think it was '68.
68.
Very big hit. As a matter of fact, the whole Black Rage defense, meaning the residual pain of slavery, made me stab you 800 times because I still am embedded with it. It morphed into that, which horrifies my father. But because
really,
because that book has been used as like a defense
example.
A defense for every crime known to man. Colin Ferguson, the Long Island shooter, the crazy black guy.
Right.
It was known as a Black Rage defense. He could have.
Really?
He could have made millions of dollars just. Being the psychiatrist, highly paid, going, yes, Leroy did that.
It's ironic because we have the Twinkie defense. And you guys, you guys have more of a cupcake or ho-ho.
Or the girls, you guys have the menstrual cycle thing. You know, the PMS
That's
defense.
true. If I get popped for shoplifting, I'm using the Black Rage defense.
Yeah.
Okay, because a woman got away with murder in England for PMS.
Oh, really?
Yep. Absolutely true. I don't make this stuff up. You know, a lot of guys go, this is true. You know, like, no, this is absolutely true. That's when you know it's a lie. Don't need it.
So Dad moved away from Michigan and moved to San Francisco when you were what age?
10. He moved in 1966. Well, he was 40, and he went right before the Summer of Love. He bought a waterbed and a dashiki. I remember. And these boots, you know, and we were like, what the
Waterbed is, first off, a bed should not take you 20 minutes to get out of when you're sober. Like, waterbed's like literally like, what happened? He was trying to get out of his waterbed and he just sweat out, basically, and they found him there. Like, he
dated. I mean, does anybody have a waterbed?
Well, the worst waterbeds were the sort of ones where the guys would. First off, now everyone just buys the whole bed. You know, mattress, box spring, the whole thing. But they just buy. What I'm saying is they buy the whole set. There was a time, like, my mom had a mattress on the floor. I knew people that made their own waterbed, which is they bought the bladder, but they wouldn't buy the frame part.
Everybody I know in college, that's the way they did it.
So what they would do is they would take 2x12 planks. They would cut them. They would put them together with angle iron, and they would do this thing like that. And then they would put sort of the bladder in between. So more like a big kitty box, you know?
Right.
And the thing would sort of be held in by, it's sort of like a dress holds in a fat chick. And the problem with the waterbed is sometimes they would drape the sheet or the cover over the edge, and you'd do a move where you'd go like, hey, waterbed! And you'd go jumping onto it, and your shin would hit the edge of the fucking sharp wood or the corner or something. It was goddamn dangerous.
Oh, I had a giant copper pyramid over my bed. Now, when I say giant, I'm talking about 8 foot by 8 foot. So it was like a pyramid because that was I got it from a friend who had it in college, and I used it in graduate school because that, you know, pyramid power.
Sure.
That gave you,
it's good science.
So you could, do that deep dick drilling a little longer.
My mom had a biorhythms wheel. That was her thing.
Well, wait a minute. What was the bio? Was it bio?
It was again just good science. It was sort of Dianetics meets astrology, and it was a wheel. And it was great because, as I stated in my book, she just do this. Like, you go, like, I'd be like, hey, Ma, can I get a ride to Teddy's house in Van Nuys? Hold on, let me check the wheel. Yeah. Ooh, extra critical day. Sorry, not a good day. Hey, Mom, how about you make meatloaf tonight? Hold on. let me check the wheel. Turn the wheel up. Yes. Ooh, extra critical. And the wheel, she'd have that wheel dialed in like, hey, can we watch Wait Till Your Father? Ooh, the wheel says we want to watch Maude tonight. Ooh, really? It's that specific. Yes, it is. Did the biorhythms wheel. And by the way, I could have saved my mom $8 on the biorhythms wheel. Welfare, food stamps, piece of shit house that she was flopping in, mattress on the floor.
Do we have
Every day is a critical day, Ma.
Do we have to revisit all this?
Is that the biorhythms wheel? There's never a good day.
Wow. Hey, what about that big giant 8-ball thing?
That's essentially the same
life
science.
By that.
Yeah. As much science was in the pyramid or the biorhythm wheel was in that magic 8-ball. And by the way, getting back to the waterbed, it's a bed that seemed like it would help you fuck, but it was your worst enemy. Like trying to fuck on a bucking bronco.
Okay. But what was the theory behind it? Was it supposed to end your back pain, or it was something?
You got to remember that there was this whole thing where they'd go like 70% of the Earth's planet is covered by water. you know your body is 70% water. So thus, sleeping on a pile of water, that's just good science there. Somewhere around the earth shoe. Do you remember the earth shoe?
Yes, I was going to say the earth shoe, which ruins your feet.
Right, the commercial for the earth shoe was a guy stepped in sand, like just after the tide rolled in, and you could see that his heel was actually lower than the ball of his foot. So thus, that's the way God meant you to walk, like in a hole.
Very big when I was in college, very big.
Yeah,
pre-Birkenstock.
Yeah,
oh my
God,
they
were like Birkenstock's lesbian Diesel Dyke cousin. Like they were dykier than a Birkenstock,
and they deformed your feet, and they really screwed you up.
They made Crocs look like something James Bond would wear in the late '60s. They were the worst looking piece of shit. And then the worst part is
but they were hippie. It was a hippie.
Yeah, earth shoe. Oh, you just put earth. I mean, somebody was smart in 1969. Like someone.
That is still the Dyke shoe. And when I say Dyke, I mean a woman who has the ability to hold back water. Very strong, courageous, intelligent, yet with a sense of a subdued sexuality. Did I say intelligence? Okay.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
Yeah.
I think it was a cooler time to be black. I do.
It was when we still had more intimidation. You know what I mean?
Well, the Panthers were cool.
In the 60s. Yeah.
But it was cool. When I played Pop Warner football, we had one black guy on the East Valley Trojans, and it was cool being he was the one black kid that was on our team.
That's like Canada. I just came back from Edmonton, and there was always like two black dudes, and I would say, "Man, talk to me." And they're like, "What the most you doing, boy?" They're like from Africa,
Wow,
like, that is real black.
Yeah, that's scary. But, real black.
Yeah. Man, there are only one or two at a time, not a lot. I mean, and you'd think in 2011 in Canada, well, of course, Edmonton's not a hotbed of blackiosity. Did I just make up a word?
I think you did. I wonder if it's too cold for you folk over there,
dude. It was 20 below zero when I left this morning.
So you weren't happy about that, were you?
I never went outside because I was in this mall. But speaking of useless things, I would walk by this thing where it was called the water massage. Now, it basically looked, because there was like a big tinted window and you could look through, it looked like a car wash. And you see people in there and it's like, and I'm like, are they naked? I mean, they're got to be soaking wet. And I realized they put you in this iron lung, and they basically have these car wash brushes. It's submerged in water, but then there's a plastic membrane between you and the water. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're just there and it's all slimy.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're being massaged?
Yeah, but there, exactly.
Wow, am I looking at one right now?
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Wow.
Exactly what it was. They didn't look that happy, though.
It's like an MRI machine.
I bet Michael Jackson's pissed. Like, I should have had one of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's weird. We just sit around trying to figure out ways to make ourselves feel better.
Look how happy she looks, though.
She does like
nobody looked that happy.
I'm about to get my innards radiated.
Yeah, nobody looked that happy. And when I saw him in the mall,
Dag, do you get the massage? You go in for the massage?
No, I go in for it. I mean, real masseuses, but I can't have guys massage me. You know what I mean? I don't feel comfortable.
No.
Like one time, they were like, "Sir, we have no appointments. My back was really hurt." So this big black guy's there, and that's your darkest nightmare when dude's like, "Would you like me to massage your butt?" Like, no, dude, I don't.
It's weird.
Stop.
Yeah.
I can't relax. I'm too tense.
Yeah, I'm scared I'm going to fart or get a boner.
Well, I had a friend, a very well-known actor, who said he was getting a massage, and the woman goes, "If you have gas, just."
Really?
Oh, yeah. Don't keep it in because it's really bad for your intestines.
Really?
So he said at first, he was like, I don't want to. Then he just started like ripping them, man. And he was like, okay, that's good. Encouraging him. I was
really?
Like, yeah, I wanted to date her, man. That's fucking awesome.
Now, who is this? Cedric the Entertainer?
No, it was a white dude. And the masseuse was black, a black
Fred
woman.
the Entertainer? I don't try to think about white. Seth the Entertainer.
Josh
the Entertainer.
That's more like it. Josh
white dude.
Chad.
Famous white dude.
Yeah.
Chad the Entertainer.
Chad or Chet the Entertainer?
Even if someone says it's okay to fart, it's still not really
No, but she continually encouraged, it's okay.
What is that? Now
he's getting fart baited.
Yeah.
Total fart
baiter.
baiter.
Gets off on this.
That's what girls do. When you first date them, you can smoke your cigar in the bedroom.
Right.
And go ahead. It's so sexy.
Then later on.
Later on, 6 months later.
If you still want to date other people, you can.
Yeah.
Do you want to fuck my friend in front of me?